Hi, I'm Olga Elsia, the health coach and a Coral Club supplement specialist. And in today's video, we will be discussing how to use Parashield Plus program to do an anti-candida cleanse. Yes, in addition to removing parasites, the herbs and minerals in our Parashield Plus program remove candida cells and other funguses which are also parasitic in nature. Just like the parasitic worms and bugs, candida, yeasts and other funguses steal nutrients from your food and from your body. They produce a lot of toxins that make you sick, and they also damage the organs they live in. Parashield Plus program is an ideal addition to any anti-candida cleanse out there. It includes antifungal herbs and spices. It also has digestive enzymes that help break down the biofilm that candida creates to protect itself. In addition, there are probiotics in the program that help you control candida, and also there are many minerals that help with the removal of toxins that candida produces. As I have mentioned in the Parashield Plus program video, digestive parasites are quite easy to remove if you follow the schedule of taking the supplements that come with the program. You can follow the diet and it definitely helps, but it is not a crucial part of it. On the other hand, candida is not that easy to remove because a well-established candida grows into the walls of the intestine and it is much harder to remove it. Imagine like a fungus that grows on the wall of a bathroom if it wasn't cleaned and taken care of properly. It is much harder to remove it from there versus if you would have to wipe off a worm that is crawling on the wall. Also, candida creates a biofilm that it uses to protect itself to not being removed or hurt inside of a host's body. Yeasts are incredibly intelligent and adaptable to the environment. Another example of candida's intelligence is the fact that it fights you back when you try to remove it or get rid of it. Candida produces toxins that make a host person feel very sick and demotivated to try to remove it. She makes you crave the foods that you know that are bad for you, but you still think that you can't live without those foods, like sugary foods, processed foods. Sounds familiar? That is why it is important to be physically and mentally prepared to fight candida. You have to know what you're doing and what is your plan of action further when you hit difficult times. Candida is the main reason why people are addicted to sugar. She likes sugar and she uses it as a main source of energy. Candida is the main reason why we are not getting enough nutrients even though we eat healthy and take our supplements. It steals nutrients from our food and from our bodies. Candida overgrowth is very personal to me since I've been struggling with candida and yeast infections and all the symptoms that come with it for many years. I'm going to share a little bit more in detail my story later in this video. Stay till the end if you want to hear it. Candida is a yeast that is a normal part of our bodies when it is kept in small amounts and controlled in the intestine by the good bacteria. In a healthy body, candida exists in the digestive system as single cells, and it is just a part of a healthy ecosystem in the body. Many things can contribute to candida overgrowth in the body, like stress, poor diet, weak immune system, parasites, EMF radiation exposure, but the biggest one of them is antibiotics. It works like this. You get sick with something, you catch an infection, and the doctor prescribes you antibiotics. Those antibiotics kill everything in your gut, the bad bacteria that is making you sick, but also the good bacteria that is helping you digest your food, produce a lot of vitamins, and also control the yeasts in the body. Once the intestine is emptied out of all bacteria, good and bad, the yeast has an opportunity to grow. If in addition to taking antibiotics, you also have a lot of stress, you have a poor diet, you eat a lot of sugary and starchy foods, you are exposed to radiation, EMF, computers and phones all the time, the yeast starts spreading like wildfire, filling up all the empty spots in your intestine. Candida grows by creating gifts. They're like fingers spread out and that grab onto the walls of the intestine, and they are also capable of creating small holes in the thin intestinal walls. This leads to intestinal permeability. Because of the lack of bacteria in the gut that is pre-digesting the food, the poorly digested food has a chance to escape through those tiny holes undigested directly into the bloodstream. Bacteria and even parasites can get through those holes into the bloodstream as well. At that time, your immune system wakes up and starts fighting in the bloodstream all these undigested proteins of food, bacteria, parasites. This intense process can be shown as brain fog, extreme tiredness, autoimmune conditions like joint pain and inflammation in the body. Food intolerances, allergies, and hives are also in this list. And now your immune system has to fight all these enemies all the time in your body, and it wears out your immune system and makes you susceptible to even more diseases. Here are a few other terrible things about this nasty yeast. Number one, it produces toxins in the body. But even more, it uses those toxins to control the host to get more of what it wants. Sugary foods, stress hormones, and even radiation. All those cravings that you have. Number two, with all those sugary foods in the intestine that Candida makes us crave and consume, it creates a perfect environment for parasites. Number three, parasites and Candida quite often go together in the body. So getting rid of parasites can help you get rid of Candida and take it under control after that, and vice versa. Trying to get control of your Candida will create an environment that will not be promoting the growth of parasites. I was trying to control my Candida and get rid of it, going through different anti-parasite cleanses way before I found Coral Club and these programs that it offers. I had to buy multiple different supplements, usually from Amazon and other websites that are proven to control Candida, different herbs, enzymes, probiotics, and other things. I was very pleasantly surprised when I found out about Parashield Plus program and what was inside of it. But before we talk about the supplements that you need to control Candida, let me talk to you about the basic principles you need to know and follow so you have success in removing Candida using Parashield program. Do you find this video helpful or useful so far? Can you please click the like button? I really appreciate it. Thank you. Now let's talk about the basic principles you need to follow to get rid of Candida. Number one, to weaken the Candida and be able to successfully remove it from your body, or at least tame it down to control it, you need to stop feeding Candida the foods that it loves, mainly sugary foods. I have a video in the anti-parasite playlist about the foods to eat and not to eat during the anti-parasite cleanse. In that video, I discuss in detail the process of how to gradually stop eating sugar. Also, make sure to watch the second part of that video about the foods that you need to eat every day to help you to stop parasites and Candida. Number two, Candida is the main reason why people fail at detox programs. Once you start attacking Candida, it fights back and attacks you back and makes you feel sick. You need to be slow and patient with her to numb her vigilance so it doesn't realize that you're trying to get rid of it. If you do know that Candida is your main problem, you cannot start your detoxes with removing parasites with the Parashield or Parashield Plus programs. Parashield supplements are very powerful and for sure will anger your Candida and will make you feel sick. That is why you need to open your drainage pathways first before going into anti-candida or anti-parasite cleanse. I have a video on how to open drainage pathways. Open that video before you continue with the program. Number three, You must make lifestyle changes to succeed with removing candida overgrowth and heal from it. You have to minimize or stop completely alcohol. You have to go for walks every single day in the fresh air to get some sunshine and vitamin D and movement. You need to go to sleep early every day to get enough rest, to detoxify yourself properly. You need to eat healthy every day. Include the foods from the list that I talk about in the foods to eat during the parasite cleanse, and remove all the foods that can promote the growth of candida. You have to drink a lot of water to help your body with the removal of toxins. And all these things I'm talking about, they are not suggestions. They are a must during an anti-candida cleanse. Number 4, you need support. Candida cleanse is a minimum of 3 to 6 months. And you're gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have to go through difficult times emotionally and physically. And you need somebody who went through this stuff before you and who is knowledgeable in this stuff to be able to lean to ask questions. I can be your supporter if you decide to purchase the programs through my links that are below in the description, and all the directions on how to become a Coral Club member are also in the description. But if you are already a member of Coral Club, no big deal. Just go and reach out to your Coral Club consultant and they are going to be happy to help you. And you can still watch my videos and share them with your friends and your team members and learn from them. It is completely free. Now, let's talk more in detail about what makes Parashield Plus program a great anti-candida cleanse as well. If you have ever looked into anti-candida cleanses before, you may have noticed that they talk a lot about antifungal herbs like Port d'Arco and oregano. We have plenty of Port d'Arco and oregano extract in our herbal supplements that are included in the Parashield Plus program. Port d'Arco contains naphthoquinones, the compounds that are antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial. It also contains a powerful antioxidant quercetin. This Port d'Arco that is included in the program contains Port d'Arco bark powder, vitamin C and selenium. All these 3 ingredients enhance each other and make it a very powerful herbal supplement. The second very powerful antifungal supplement is oregano, which is added to our Paraphyte and to our coral black walnut. There are 100 milligrams of oregano extract in here and 40 milligrams in Paraphyte. The other herbs in Paraphyte are also work as antifungal, like cloves, chamomile, garlic, mint, thyme, sage. These are all powerful antifungal herbs. Using a variety of different antifungal herbs at the same time will prevent your body from getting used to them. I should say your candida from getting used to them, and it will weaken it gradually and it will be easier for you to remove it. I also want to note that most of these herbs are in the extract form, which makes them even more powerful. Candida is also known for creating a biofilm. It's like a coating, a plastic that it creates to protect itself from being digested and removed. Crazy, right? Many advanced anti-candida programs offer you digestive enzymes that help you break down that biofilm. And this is what we have here. Assimilator is a blend of 8 digestive enzymes that help you with the breakdown of food. But at the same time, it helps you dissolve the biofilm that candida creates. Vitamins A and D added to the assimilator help you calm down the inflammation in the digestive tract and help you speed up the healing process. The bioavailable minerals in coral mine, MSM sulfur supplement, and coral burdock root help you remove the toxins from the body. Removing toxins regularly is important to help you prevent the unpleasant reactions that the cleanse may give you. If you plan on using Parashield Plus program to remove candida from your body, I highly advise you to watch my other videos in the anti-parasite playlist, because there I talk about opening the draining pathway in your body, the drinks to drink and avoid during the anti-parasite cleanse, and also 2 videos on the foods to eat and foods to avoid during the cleanse. And one last thing that makes this program complete is the probiotics and the phytonutrients that you have in all the herbs that help you with the healing process after you remove candida. The probiotics help you control candida, and they also help you with the assimilation of food and the absorption of vitamins in your intestine. After years of dealing with candida overgrowth and parasites in the body, your body is starving for nutrients. And the phytonutrients and the easily absorbable vitamins that come in the form of powders and extracts and all the herbal supplements that we have in the set, they are easily absorbable vitamins that your body is starving for and will help you with the healing process. These herbs are your superfoods that help you refeed every single cell in your body. As I have mentioned earlier in this video, candida overgrowth is something I have been dealing with for many years of my life. For years, I have been struggling with yeast infections, sinus infections, joint pain, brain fog, hair falling out, different skin rashes, feeling tired quite often, and many things that unfortunately quite often doctors dismiss because they don't know what to do with all these symptoms altogether. But I would feel all of these symptoms coming back to me when I was not careful with what I'm eating because of all my food intolerances. Many of our health problems can be traced back to our childhood. And when I look back at my health record, I realize that many of my health problems started way back when I was 8 years old, when the Chernobyl tragedy in Ukraine struck. My family have lived in Ukraine, in Kiev region at that time. Just a few short months after the explosion, that summer, I got sick with pneumonia. I stayed in the hospital, and most probably I had antibiotics given to me at that time. Exactly a year later, I was in the hospital again with some kind of kidney problems. I really don't know much about it since I was still a child. During my puberty years, I have struggled with a lot of acne and severe allergies, where I would be ripping my eyes out in the springtime. Fast forward 2 decades, I'm in my late 20s, and I had 3 pregnancies back to back in 3 years that literally broke my back. By the end of my 3rd pregnancy, I started having sinus infections, where I started taking antibiotics, steroids, steroidal nasal sprays, and eventually I ended up with a sinus surgery. And that's when all the candida symptoms hit me. I started to have severe food intolerances to many food groups, including grains, nightshades, and legumes. I love all those foods, but when I end up eating them, I start having a lot of tiredness, anxiety, joint pain, brain fog, and many other uncomfortable candida symptoms. Sadly, doctors dismiss these symptoms because according to the lab tests, I still look on the good side as a healthy person. I have been actively looking for answers to the candida problem, and I have tried many different anti-candida protocols, and I took many courses, read a few books on the topic, and bottom line, when it comes to candida and when it's taking over your body the way it does in some people, it is very hard to get rid of it. You just need to learn to control it and to live with it. However, if it's a mild case, when the candida overgrowth is just starting, you can prevent it from overgrowing and spreading all over and growing into your organs, and you can fully eliminate it by doing the right things. And that is why I'm a big advocate of preventive measures when it comes to health. It is much easier to prevent a problem by treating your body right than to treat it later when it's too late. In the next video, we're going to talk about our Hydromax program, which is the first step in our 90-day Concepts of Health Detox program. You get to see everything that is inside this box, to see all the supplements and see how they work. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to get the notification for when that next video and all my future videos are out. See you in the next video. Bye!